Good evening, folks, and welcome back. Yes, welcome back to Ghost Stories. It's been a while. It's been a long time since we've done any paranormal investigations. But as you can see, I cut my hair during COVID and it hasn't grown back since. So I'm a bit like Mark Smith now in Paranormal X. So we're back. We're back with excitement. Not guaranteed how long we're going to be out and doing investigations, but we'll probably throw up one here and there coming. It's very hard to fit it all in, but why not come back to the most spectacular place, Ravendale Wood. Now Ravendale Wood, you've seen it over the past couple of years that we had some great paranormal investigations here, and this place, what a place to come back to. The most haunted woods in Republic of Ireland. And whatever stories we're going to tell here today are 100% true. There's no fake stuff, but delivered the way it should be delivered. So we have my son, not Dale now this time, we've got Alex. Hello, Alex.
Hello.
So Alex has just got his haircut. Show up there, Alex, show your haircut. It's called, what's it called?
The fade.
It's called a fade haircut. As you can see, I got number 2. A fade haircut for €20. Years ago, you used to be able to get a haircut for €5 and €10. Now it's €20. So Alex got his haircut, and Alex says, we had a choice really to go fishing or go ghost hunting. And believe it or not, it's getting very windy now again, and the rain is starting to come back. So we decided to go ghost hunting, and we're going to go to 2 different locations in this video. So put the tea on, the biscuits on, because there's going to be 2 separate videos in the one video, and 2 different locations, and we're going to start here in the Ravendale Woods. Are you looking forward to this, Alex?
Yep.
So Alex is looking forward to this. He's going back to Galway on Sunday. He's been up here over the summer, and yeah, myself and Caroline will be flying out to Rhodes in Greece for our week's holiday before the madness starts. And believe it or not, the winter has already started in Ireland already. You can feel the change in the weather. So Alex, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
So let's take you through Ravendale Wood and bring you to the different stories. So come with me, put the tea and biscuits on, because we're going to bring you to 4 or 5 different locations in this forest. Yeah, it should be a good one. Are you looking forward to it, Alex? Yeah, so give us a big double thumbs up, like and share, and let's see what we can find in the woods today. Okay folks, so we're in the Ravendale Wood, and I'm going to tell you what's going to happen in the first stage of this. So Alex, I'm going to take you to the place called the Gamekeeper's Cottage. There's a photograph of the Gamekeeper's Cottage now, and over the years there's a story to be told of this, of the Sean Waters family used to live in it, and There's so many different stories of this. I could be sitting here all night. But it belonged to the gamekeeper's cottage, and the gamekeeper used to look after and plant all these trees and look after the forest. But the story goes that here's a photograph of a big mansion of a house. You can see it there. That used to be the far side of the wood. It's completely demolished now, and I think there might be an apple tree garden in the back of it. It's still there. And the widow, the black widow lady that used to live in there, her son used to play in these woods, and the gamekeeper shot her only son by a pure utter fluke of an accident and shot him dead. And it's saying that her spirit roams these woods looking for her son. That's one story. And we're going to go up and we're going to walk around it, show Alex, probably do a spirit box session in it, and tell Alex a few different stories of the gamekeeper's cottage. Yeah, so we're going to take to the gamekeeper's cottage now, and we'll do a spirit box session in it, and we'll talk about it. Now, I don't want to talk too much about it, because as you're walking around these woods and start introducing your own little stories, the spirits of the woods come alive, and we don't want them to annoy us too much, but we just want to come in and do a video and see can we get a reaction in the spirit box. But there's 4 or 5 different stories. Any stories we tell you here today are completely true. So we're going up here to the gamekeeper's cottage, and we're going to show Alex the hook where the gamekeeper himself hung himself in the sitting room after shooting the landlady's only son. And she's known as the Black Widow that walks these woods looking for her son. So we have a spirit of a child up here, we have a spirit of a woman who looks for her baby, and we have a spirit of the gamekeeper. So we have 3 spirits in this location where we're going right now. So let's get it on. Are you ready, Alex?
Yeah.
Right, here we go.
Ask yourself, will anyone care?
No one's gonna believe this.
We'll just walk up another bit.
Where did he go?
I don't know where he went. Just walk up another bit, and then we'd turn around the camera. Would you stand here with me? Stand here. Okay. I'm trying to tell you a quick story as we're making our way to the gamekeeper's cottage. As you can see, there's a path coming from the right. There's a path coming from the left. Explain, Alice, what we're only after witnessing. No, it's straight over, but this is...
Well, we were down there and...
We were down here, right behind us, down here. As you can see, the footpath heading up towards the gamekeeper's cottage. What did we see?
I saw someone dressed
No,
in
it looks...
black.
We've seen a figure of a person. 100% we've seen a figure of a person dressed all in black. And as we were walking from left to right, in around this direction here. Now there is a story of this direction here, but I'm not going to let the story go until we come to the next station. But the man veered off to my left hand side off the path. As you can see, the path is walking here. He was walking towards us, dressed in black, but as we got closer, he veered to the left and there's nowhere to go. It's all downhill, about 20 to 30 foot drop, and there's no way this man could go through nettles, go through sticks and stones and make his way down to the forest. We 100%, Alex, didn't you see it?
Yeah.
100% see it. So, don't know where he went at, but we're going to make our way to the gamekeeper's cottage. We're going to keep the camera on in case we see him again. But as we were walking this track here, we were coming from the right. The man was coming from the left hand side. He was somewhere near this big tree here, and he veered off to the left. And as you can see, there is nowhere you can go. Absolutely nowhere. So let's head to the gamekeeper's cottage. Let's keep the camera rolling. Pity we didn't have the camera rolling. Hey? Where did he go?
He vanished.
Vanished. Completely disappeared. Didn't he?
I looked back and he wasn't there then.
Eh?
I looked back and then I looked that way. And
Where the hell did he go? Man in black. Definitely a man. and he veered off this. Now he wasn't this high up, Alex. He was definitely down there.
Way down there.
Down there. And there was a story in relation to that footpath here to the right, heading down towards the Druid Circle. Here's a picture of the Druid Circle now. We will do that after the Gamekeeper's Cottage. And there's a story of Captain Robert Nyrak, and that starts from here back. And here's a picture of Captain Robert Nyrak. Did we see the spirit of Captain Robert Nyrak walking on this footpath? Could it be the gamekeeper himself? We don't know. But we definitely seen a man in black walking towards us, and he veered off to the left. So let's turn around the camera. Let's make our way to the Gamekeeper's Cottage. Unreal, wasn't it?
Yeah, really.
Where did he go? At least you've seen it.
I know.
If I told you I seen a man walking, you wouldn't believe me. Isn't it? Yeah.
It was. What was that?
Like footsteps behind us, isn't it? Right. Just don't know where he went to. He was there 2 minutes ago. But no, you can't. Look, there's a big drop there. About 100-foot drop. There's only one way that man could pass us, and that's by walking past us on the track. He bared to the left, Alex. There's nothing onto the left. There's a big drop. I've been on this track hundreds of times, and that's my first time ever witness something like that.
I'm getting the chills.
Well, up here to the right hand side is the Gamekeeper's Cottage, and that man was walking from the Gamekeeper, but it was definitely on that track, wasn't it? 100% on that track. So I don't know. Not a clue. It's the first time. So anyway, Alex, Gamekeeper's Cottage.
Yeah.
Stories I told you, the black widow lady looking for her son. Gamekeeper hung himself in the back kitchen, and spirit of the young boy running around here. This is where it all happened. Up here. A lot of weird things happened in this house. There's actually another house as well, one side of the Gamekeeper's Cottage. It was a famine house back in the famine time in Ireland. The house went up on fire, and a family of 6 died from smoke. Insulation into the lungs. They died. They smothered. Fire didn't kill them. They died from the fumes and the smoke back in this time. We're at the Gamekeeper's Cottage now, so we're going to be quiet now, take it all in. Haven't been here over a year. You used to be able to go upstairs into the bedrooms, but not now anymore. It's rotten. It's falling apart. The youth are destroying it. So let's turn around the camera and take it all in. So we're going right here, Alex. We're not going in there with the nettles now. See where the trees are. So we're going right here. I don't know where that man went to. Huh?
I saw him.
I seen him. Right, so here we are. Gamekeeper's Cottage is down here. I don't know where that man went to. So here's the Gamekeeper's Cottage. And there's the famine house that burned back in the famine. A family of 6 died in there. We're not going to get in there because we've got nettles, and there's nettles there everywhere. See it here? So down here, Alex, let's go. You'll get a weird feeling of this house here in a few minutes. A weary feeling about here. Years ago, myself and Sean Walter used to have fires going on here, but I haven't been here in a year. But you'll feel the atmosphere of the house here in a few minutes. This is where the gamekeeper hung himself. The little boy was shot somewhere around this area here, and it's believed that the spirits of the gamekeeper, the landlady looking for a child, and the spirit of the child still roams this area here. See, years ago there used to be windows and everything here. I used to be able to look out these windows here. Yeah. But definitely, where did that man go to? Where did he go? Right, so we just mind your legs with your things here, Alex. Mind your head, kids, and just walk quick. You just have to be very careful how you, because everything's falling down. You know what I mean? So we just have to be quick. This is the gamekeeper's cottage here. There used to be a bedroom up there, up on top up there. You can see how the ceilings are all falling down. But we won't spend too much long here. Let's just come in as quick as you can. And here we are. Okay, folks, we're in the gamekeeper's cottage. As you can see, it is falling apart, and this is where it all began. Alex asked me a question there. Look, there is the hook, Alex. That is the hook. Believe it or not, that is to believe that is where the gamekeeper himself hung a rope and strangled himself to his death on that hook there, as you can see it there. It's called the hook. That's years ago. What they used to do is they used to hang fruit to dry out there. You know what I mean? Whatever. But the story goes that that's the hook that the gamekeeper hung himself. That's a myth story to believe. Many years we've spent here doing paranormal investigations. It has come to, we got a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff that has happened here. We haven't got all day to do it. But what would you like to do here, Alex?
Spirit box session.
So we're going to do, Alex asked what's a spirit box session. So there's so many different types of spirit boxes you can buy out there. So we're just going to use the very cheap one in Tesco's, under €5. We're going to use this one. And Alex, you have another device in your pocket there. Just turn around, I'm going to give it to you.
Yeah.
We're not going to pull out a load of different devices. We're just going to keep this very simple. If it works, it works. An EMF reader. And it's green. And if it starts with different colours, it shows it's very active. So Alex, we just leave that on the ground there, on the timber, and if anything happens, it's going to happen. So Alex has just left it there. You can see it there. Look, it's green. There's nothing happening. It's starting to flash a few different colours there. You can see it there, Alex. The different colours in it. So just come down here in my honkers here. You can see it there. Actually, you know what to do? Put it up on the fireplace so we can see it better. Okay, or up there. Where would you like to put it? Up there, or up on top of the shelf? Alright, leave it there so everybody can see it at home. Alright, so folks, we're going to do a quick spirit box session here in the house. We're going to call out and see does anything happen. So the spirit box session is going to be in my hand. I'm going to put it to the microphone, and if I hear anything going back on to the spirit box session, I would write it in white or yellow. You pick the colour?
White.
So white. Alex wants it in white. We're going to put it in white, and I'm going to hear back. You have to be very careful. That's why I like doing pre-records when Caroline is not with me, because when Caroline's home, she's minding the kids. When Caroline's with me, we have to do records. And look at that, it's gone mad up there. Like, look.
Yeah,
so it's gone really flashing up there. You can see it. Look, and there's no electricity here. So what we're going to do, we're going to call out in the spirits here, and we're going to use the spirit box session if they wish to communicate with us. This is the only way they can use it. So good evening, spirits of the gamekeeper's cottage. My name is Philip. And Alex, can you flash the device on the fireplace to let me know that you want to communicate with us, please? Go over and touch the oak that Alex is only after putting on top of the fireplace. It will light up different colours. The more you touch it, the higher the reading we will get. So if you could put it up to red, we would appreciate it. If you could really touch it, see, it's going up to yellow. Can you make it up to red? Grab it, knock it off the fireplace if you wish to. Can you touch it a bit more? Touch the device on the fireplace to make it go red. If you can make it go red, we know your spirit is here. Come on, don't be afraid. That's it, up to yellow. Can you make it go red? Can you touch it to red? If there's more than one spirit here, can you make it go red? Don't be afraid of it, just touch it with your hand. You can draw the battery energy out if you wish to. Make it go red. If you can. You keep an eye on that, Alex, yeah? So we're going to call out now. We're going to put on the spirit box session. If I hear it, and I'll write it up. Good evening, spirits. As I said, my name is Philip. I'm from not too far away from here on this breezy, wet day in Ireland. And we're just trying to communicate with the spirits of the house. My name is Philip and Alex. I'm going to turn on the device. If you can use and manipulate the device that we have in our hands, use the words to try and communicate with us. Can you pick up a stone or a stick or knock something? Knock, make a knock, or even shout, scream, let us know that Your presence is strong here. My name is Philip. I'm looking to communicate with the spirits. My name is Philip.
25.
What's your name? How many spirits are here?
Northeast, man.
Is the gamekeeper here?
Fish. Hook on.
Are you the gamekeeper? Are you the Walters family? Are you Captain Robert Nyrak? Are you the spirit? Are you the spirit of the little boy? Who is the spirit that's with us now? What's your name? Come on. What's your name? Three red there. Alex, pick up that device there and shift it to a different location. It is going great. We'll put it up here on the shelf here, Alex. People have written their names over here over the years as they come here. So if you want to put it up there, Alex, and get a stone and write your names on a piece of slate, you can. See the slate there beside you? And write our names on it before we leave. See the slate there behind you? So that's up there, look, and it's just shining red all the time. So Alex is going to try and put her name on a piece, and I'm just going to stand here. I actually put them up there one year myself, them strutters. So I'm going to call out one more time on the spirit box session, see does it work. Spirits, before we move on, can you use the device? My name is Philip. What's your name? You need help? Say help. I was going to say, Alex, we could be here all day doing this. There's so many different locations here. But as you wrote her name on this, Philip and Alex here, the EMF reader up there is just completely gone bonkers. So what we're going to do is we could spend here ages and ages doing so many different spirit box sessions. I want to take Alex to our next station now called the Druid Circle. Here's a photograph of the Druid Circle as we make our way down the footpath. See you in a few minutes. Here. Right, Alex, this is where we're heading back. So what do you think of the, just up there, so what do you think of the Gamekeeper's Cottage?
It was good.
Yeah, we could spend ages there doing different things, spirit box sessions, but there's so much to try and get through in this video. But that's the Gamekeeper Cottage. Now the reason why we put back the camera, because this is where we seen the man walking towards us and disappears. And this is the pathway that leads to the Druid Circle. Now the Druid Circle, lots of dark stuff happened over the hundreds of years here in the woods. And there's a Druid Circle, there's a ring of circle here, and many people come out here with Ouija boards and doing different stuffs and in here. So we're going to make our way down here. And believe it, the story goes, the lark in the park will never sing again. And that comes from here, from the Druid Circle. The Druid Circle is down here. We're going to make our way down towards the Druid Circle, Alex. And this is where we seen the man walking towards us and just completely disappeared. We didn't even have the camera on. So we're going to make our way there now to the Druid Circle. So let's go. So this man had to been walking what we're doing now, Alex, because he wouldn't be able to see us. And he was on your side of the footpath as we're heading down here. He had black trousers on, a black top on, but even his face and his hair, everything was all black. It was just like a black shadow. And he was walking this direction here like if he didn't expect us to be coming up the hill and coming up, and he just disappeared to that left-hand side where Alex is. So we didn't see him yet because he can't see us. So he was walking down this way, just like this, minding his own business. And then he got an awful surprise because he seen us walking towards him. I was kind of getting the camera ready to add the stories to it. Now, after this big tree to the left-hand side, this is where he kind of froze in time as such, and he veered to the left. Not yet. About now, as you can see, you see the pathway. We were rightly just up there, Alex. We were coming right down to the very end. We could see him coming up. He walked about 10 yards and then he veered to the left. So let's just follow his footsteps. Because I put the phone kind of down to one side because I didn't want him to see what we were at. And as I lifted up my head, he was gone. Now this is where we were, about here now, Alex. Somewhere around here now. And he veered to the left. Now where the hell could he go? Because look, there's nowhere you can go. Look, absolutely nowhere you can go. It's all forest and trees. It's a big huge drop and it goes way, way, way down. There's nowhere you can go, Alex. Absolutely nowhere. So we're going to keep the camera on as we make our way to the Druid Circle. What's your experience about that one, Alex?
Alright.
No, up with the man walking.
Oh, man. Oh, Jesus. I don't know.
What did you see? Explain to the folks. What did you see? No, what did he look like? He was tall, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He's roughly about 6 foot. Tall, skinny man. Wasn't he?
Skinny,
Yeah, skinny man. And as you can see, there's no way he can... Where is he going to go? Absolutely nowhere. It's a big drop. There's a 30-foot drop down there. And we were actually going to meet here, somewhere here. And as we turned around, he's gone. Very, 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 very unusual. It's always the case when you have the phone knocked off. But anyway, we're going to the Druid Circle. Our second part of the story, the Druid Circle. And the Druid Circle, as it says, people come down here and come up towards Halloween time and they take out the Luigi boards and they get the spirits of the woods very active, because this place can be very active. A lot of murders have happened in this woods, believe it or not, over the years here in not just in the Druid Circle, not in the Gamekeeper's Cottage, but down the car park itself. The two young lads have been murdered, and another young man at the bridge has been murdered. That's 3. Captain Robert Nyrak, 4. So there's loads of unsolved mysteries here in this Ravendale Wood, and they're 100% true stories of the Ravendale Wood, and that's why this place can be very, very active when it does happen, when it does turn on. And then I tripped myself doing the video as well. So as we make our way down, Alex, towards the Druid Circle, there's no way that man, I don't know where he disappeared to, because we were coming from that corner there. He was making his way down towards the 2 big trees here, and he just disappeared. And he was all in black, wasn't he, Alex? Yeah. He was just about 5'8", 6 foot. Not a heavy build man, very skinny build man. So, whose spirit or what spirit did we see? Or what was it? Very, very unusual. Wasn't it? As you can see, look, it's all drops. There's no way he's going to take. I'm going to run down there away from them. There's no way he's going to do that. We just missed it. Very, very unusual. All the times I've been here, I've never seen that. Can you picture, like, you see a man walking down here, and he disappears?
It's exactly here as well, I think.
No, I think we're a bit further down. I think we're just coming to the crossroads towards the Druid Circle, and he was just way up there towards the right hand side, and he veered to the left, and there's nowhere you can go. So 100%, Alex, and I'm going to say to you, 100% we were only after witnesses and seeing it ourselves. A shadow bastard! Yeah, fucking hell. At least you seen it, yeah, didn't you? Yeah, Alex seen it. Yeah, we just didn't have it recorded, that's all. That's why you want eyes in the back of your eyes all the time. Yeah, definitely up there we've seen him. We're going to have to move on now to the Druid Circle and forget about that.
Forget about that.
You definitely see it, didn't you?
Yeah.
So let's head to the Druid Circle And what we'll do with the Druid Circle, we'll just do a quick spirit box session in it, and we just stick to the Tesco one. We have loads of different devices in Alex's bag. We have another ghost box. We're just going to keep it simple, Alex. We're just going to keep. I believe keeping things simple is the only way. And I don't know where that man went. Not a clue. Not a clue. As you can see, there's the Druid Circle into the bushes. So you can see it down there. There's the Druid Circle down there, and you can feel the atmosphere. The atmosphere of this woods will actually change. But that one has me. I say we're about here, Alex. When we spotted your man away up there.
Oh yeah, that was it. Yeah.
About here,
Yeah.
and he bared off to the left hand side. And I don't know where he went to, wasn't it? Yeah. And there's no. You can see it. There's a big drop. There's nowhere. Now, funny enough, it's right beside the Druid Circle, but you know, as it says, the spirits in these woods do walk, but I don't know where he went to. Absolutely, that has me puzzled. So anyway, we'll go to the spirit. We'll do a spirit box session in the Druid Circle. I want to show Alex one of the biggest trees in the woods, and then we head to our next part of the investigation after that. That's very unusual, isn't it? Alex keeps looking over his shoulder because he can't understand what he's only after seeing. I seen it as well, but it has me puzzled. That's why I can't fucking stop talking about it. Anyway. Hey? Well, he was there. I don't know where he went to. But anyway, this is going to give you more chills because once we go down this hill here, right? Once we go down this hill here, you're going to feel a different atmosphere. You can feel this. This is where I feel the dark souls of the forest go down here. You feel it now. You feel warm and comfortable. But as you walk down here, right down now, you're just going to feel everything so sad and lonely down here. Not even a bird. You won't even hear a bird sing. So here we go. That's the biggest tree of the wood there. See it there? Yeah, you can have a look at it in a few minutes. So we'll go down here and we'll do a quick spirit box session here. We'll show Alex the big tree. And you want eyes in the back of your head because every time I come in here, you feel the eyes are on you here, boy. Yeah, you feel the eyes are always on you here. For some reason or not, you feel the eyes on you here. All the time. So here's the Druid Circle, Alex. Hundreds of years old. So we're just going to walk around them for a couple of seconds. Take it all in. You feel like there's people... Huh? Alex says he feels warm. I always feel creeped out when I'm here. So what we're going to do is... There's a big huge tree over there. I want to show Alex that big tree on the way out. We're just going to go down our hunkers here. And we're just going to do another quick spirit box session here. So as it says, we're going to put it on a tripod now. Can we put it in a tripod? We can't, no. Alright, we're going to leave it like this. So you know we're right one side of the Druid Circle. We're going to turn around the camera here. Just hold on there a second. We're just going to do a quick spirit box session here. And again, if we hear it back on the spirit box session, we'll put it up in white or yellow writing to hear what we hear. Now, what we hear might be different what you hear. Whether you're a believer or non-believer, but it's believed that the spirits are able to use these devices to try and communicate with us. So Spirit Box Session 2 takes place now. Now we've EVP recorders here, now we can do EVPs and all that, but it's very windy, the rain is dropping down the leaves, so very hard to pick it up. So we're going to do Spirit Box, come down your hunkers there, Alex.
Director of the paradigm had to resign.
So here we go.
Now,
any spirits here? We're just turning around here. As you can see, there is people walking here.
and on to be and it gets a great performance here.
So there are people walking.
Showing you the
How many spirits here? Can you give me a number on this device?
film.
To film. We're filming, yes. We are filming, yes. I hear two. Two spirits here, is that correct? Say yes if there's two spirits here. What's your name?
2 weeks back when we did
What's your name?
Kick off against our
What's your name?
over the counter.
Can you give me your name, please?
Jessica Hannah. I sound in at Dundalk CU.
And just think that you should.
Do you know?
Exclusive guest mix for iRadio, and you can hear it tonight from 11 on Illuminate.
Do you know Captain Robert Nyrak?
Survive. It's new.
Custom-made curtains.
Right, so that's that spirit box session. We're going to fly through them as quick as we can because it's Alex has to go to the cinema yet. So Alex, I want to bring you over to the big huge tree over here. So we'll just go down this way for a walk. And again, they are quick spirit box sessions. We're only flying through it as quick as we can. There's so much to try and cover here. We've still 2 more sessions to try and cover before we leave the Ravendale Wood. But there's a big tree here. It must be hundreds of years old. I just want to show Alex this tree. Mind the branch. That's it. So just go down here, we'll have a look. That man has my head wrecked. Wrecked, he has.
Weird.
Very weird. So Alex, here, there's the big huge tree there, look. See the size of that tree, look.
Jesus.
Huge, isn't it? Just go there, stand beside it. And just put your arms out wide and you can see how big that tree is. It's huge, isn't it? Absolutely huge. It's big, isn't it? Yeah. Big, huge tree. Right, so we're going to make our way back into the next part of the investigation towards the bridge. See you in a few minutes. Right, so we're moving on to our next stage of the ghost adventure that we're taking Alex on. So Alex, we're taking you to the place now. So we've done the gamekeeper's cottage, we've done the druid circle. Now we're moving into the next part. We're just standing here because it is raining. We're taking to the next part, and it's called, and here's a picture of it now, Captain Robert Nyrak. Alex probably saying, who the hell is Captain Robert Nyrak? Well, back in its time, Captain Robert Nyrak was an intelligent British soldier, and it was believed that he was behind the massacre of the Miami show band. And it's believed that Captain Robert Nyrak was singing along with the Irish people in a pub called the Three Steps Pub here just outside Ravensdale. And there was an investigation in relation to the Irish Republican people back in the time looking for Captain Robert Nyrak because it's believed that he was behind the massacre of the Miami show band. And it's believed that Captain Robert Nyrak was singing in a pub called the Three Steps Pub, not too far away from here. And he was dragged and pulled out of the Three Steps Pub. He was dragged into these woods here called the Ravendale Woods, and he was tortured under a bridge not too far away from here. And I mean tortured, he was absolutely tortured. His fingers were broken, they were chopping off his fingers to get the most information in relation to the Miami show band. And it was the stories going that he kept his mouth shut and he told them that he was innocent. And every time I tell these stories, weird things happen in this area heading down towards the car park, because believed is, I know the story, is because I interviewed a good few people, and some people have passed on now, and they says when they interrogated Captain Robert Nyrak, this is him here, in relation to the Miami show band, they sent a member of the Irish Republican Army into these woods to retrieve a revolver. And what a revolver is, if you don't know, it means it's a sawn-off shotgun. Now, when your man went into these woods here to reveal the shotgun, they put the shotgun to Captain Robert Nyrak's head in these woods, and they told him if they don't give him the information, they're going to fire a shot. So your man pulled the trigger, and it misfired the first time, we were told, And the second time, they thought it was going to misfire again, but it didn't. It fired off and blew the head off Captain Robert Nyrak here in these woods. It's believed that they dragged his body up here on these tracks here as we're walking down now, and they buried him in 3 different locations over the years. And they didn't even bury him, they just put him under a few branches and trees. And it's believed that his body is believed from here down to the car park to the right hand side. How do I know? Because I was walking here one day and I met a man in his 70s, possibly 80s, and that could have been about 9 years ago, and he's believed to be passed on now. And he told me that he passes here every day, past his grave, and he says there's nothing left now, only a few bones where the foxes have tucked his body parts over. He said it, but he's still there. And that was 9 years ago. So Captain Robert Nyrak's body is down here. I've done a good few spirit boxes in my time in trying to communicate with him, and I got a good few pieces. It even broke one of my spirit boxes as well. It froze as I was doing one. And funny things do happen. Oh, it could happen, it may not happen, it could happen. We could get a response down here. But this is the area where I'm going to take you in relation to Captain Robert Nyrak. And after that, then you have Pet Cemetery, where people come in and bury their pets. And then we after that we head down to the car park where the 2 boys were shot in the back of the heads in the car park. So there's a lot to cover here. So let's try and do Captain Robert Nyrak. Here's a picture of him now, and we'll do a spirit box session where we get close to the area and see can we interact with him. Now a medium woman from United Kingdom did come out here, and she did try to do her own paranormal investigations, brought sniffer dogs and all that, and it backfired. She got nowhere. But I'm telling you, Captain Robert Nyrak's body, it's down that footpath under a shallow grave. So let's go and see can we communicate with Captain Robert Nyrak. So what do you think of that story?
Interesting.
Yeah. So we're heading down here. This is the area where Captain Robert Nyrak's body is to be believed in a shallow grave. Now, when you feel like it's time to do a spirit box session, we'll do it, but it's further down. You'll see when we go down the steep hill, and then you can call it any time. It's believed that he was interrogated under a bridge. None of these bridges here, because we have been told over the time that the bridge is just outside Ravendale, and when they did kill him, they tried to bury his body in 3 different locations around here. So we're just going to jog on some of it, Alex. You see it is lashing. So we'll make our way over here now next. We'll get shelter. And you wouldn't think it is absolutely pissing raining, but because we're in the forest and we're getting sheltered by the trees. There's a fair old drop down there, Alex. You want to have a look?
Yeah, I saw that earlier.
No, there's a different bridge. See? A fair old drop in there. Yeah. Very big drop. But as we're making our way down, I'm still puzzled, Alex, off that man we seen walking in the path and he just disappeared. Ravensdale is a big forest. Huge forest. So we see how we are for time in a couple of moments' time. See how we have time to do the other place. But we'll see when we get down to the car park. This way. That's the way we came up, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we're going. Head down that way. So from now on, this is the area from Captain Robert Nyrak. So when Alex says, will you try a spirit box session, we'll do it. So this is an Alex, you just call it when you want to do one. It's a very creepy place. Can you picture being here at night time? Very creepy place. The man is still me puzzled, walking down. Completely puzzled. So we're going to keep walking down here and see how we get on, Alex. And we're getting very close to the area now where he's believed to be buried, but we're going to keep going until Alex says, can you do a spirit box session now? So they're only going to be quick spirit box sessions. Alex is going to pick a spot and I'm going to pick a spot, and then we'll move on down to Pet Cemetery, and then we'll do the boys in the car park, and then we'll see how we are for time then. So as we're making our way down the hill here now. It's hard in the legs now, isn't it? Yeah. I keep looking behind me in case I see that man peeping his head out around the trees. Very unusual. That was the most unusual thing I ever seen in my life. So we're making our way down this hill. Mind your feel on the kneecaps now. Jeez, you know when you're getting old. How are you feeling now? We're going to stop here, this big tree here. Oh, we're going to stop here now. So I brought Alex down the track there. To see, is he going to say a spirit box? So he hasn't. So I'm going to shout out my one. This is the area to be believed. You can see there's a wooden fence going all the way down the right hand side. And it's believed this is the area where Captain Robert Nyrak, his body has been thrown along the fence, down around the right hand side. But the man says it's just off the beaten track. So the beaten track is where we're going to walk down now. And the man that I met a couple of years ago, he said it's just off the beaten track. He said practically about a foot off the track. So we're going to walk the track. I'm going to switch on the spirit box session and let it ramble on. I'm going to call out on Captain Robert Nyrak and see would he come forward. And if anything comes up in the spirit box session, we will write it up. And if we don't hear it, we won't put it up. So we're going to put it on. And then we're going to stop at the Pet Cemetery for a few minutes, and then we're going to roll it on into the car park. Okay, so we're going to turn around towards Alex, and I'm going to get Alex to walk down slowly. You'll hear me talking, Alex. I'm just going to put it on the spirit box, and if you hear it and come on the spirit box, let me know. So before we move out, I'm calling out on the spirit of Captain Robert Nyrak. Here's a photograph of him now. Captain Robert Nyrak, if your spirit is around us right now, can you try and communicate with us by hitting a tree, throwing a twig at us? Was that you that we seen on the track, all in black? You're roughly about 6 foot tall, skinny, all in black, heading towards us. Maybe that was you we seen. That frightened the shite of me. Captain Robert Nyrak, we met an old man here on the track a couple of years ago, and he says that your body is on this track, one side of it down here. Captain Robert Nyrak, my name is Philip. You know who I am now. I've been here loads of times to try to communicate with you. Try and use the device I have in my hand to communicate with me, please. Is that you, Captain Robert? Can you say your name, Robert? Captain Robert Nyrak? Tell us to stop, say the word stop, and let us know if we're in the location where your body is.
Older, clearly, they need you for different reasons, so I don't know whether it's...
going to be giving away.
So look for the name, Captain Robert Nyrak. Come forward. Tell us your name.
And what we like.
Feet high with a slight.
You still get to hear it.
I
This
thought I
week's
heard.
choice is
I actually thought I heard witches. Funny enough, I heard this place to be in relation to witches. I thought I heard the word witches coming through. That's not the first time I heard witches coming through here in this.
So, auction a week later.
formed, like I said, during the summer. This is the first thing they put out, and it's pretty good. I can't wait to hear more from them.
Did you hear the word devil? I did. I heard the word devil come through.
All over the round forms of the lamp.
I thought I heard the word devil come through.
Is recorded.
Alex, there's an awful smell of death here. Huh? No, come here, look. Why? Why? No, look, there's an awful smell in here, look. Come on. There's an awful smell in here. In there. Do you smell it? It's not, it can't be Captain Robert Nyrak's body, like, because that'd be gone in. But there's an awful smell of death here.
Don't pick it up.
I'm not. I'm just going to, that's why I stopped. There's an awful smell coming from here. I don't know what's in them bags, Alex. Alex, give that bag a kick. Yeah, but there's an awful smell coming from here. A horrible smell coming from here. You know that? Can you smell it? Can you smell it? An awful smell coming from here. Just before the devil came through on the word on the spirit box. But there's an awful smell coming from in there.
I go check the bag.
Huh?
It was a bit much for me.
Hear that? It was a bit much for me. Do you hear that? The worst smell. You hear that? Yeah? The worst smell came through there.
Here for Friday night, 8.
Huh?
11 to 10. What's your standard mess straight to play?
You get it again? Awful smell of death there, isn't it?
Help.
Kind of work the help. A lot of stuff coming through here.
Muslim will not turn their back.
مش السيرون فاول.
Birds of the Dragon be the
We're
next.
going to go down here to the right hand side.
Elite VIP style. Picnic.
and so I think that everyone at that point during the
Next.
We're very weird. I'll tell you something. I know I've been here loads of times, but since we walked that track, an awful smell of death coming from up there. Isn't there, Alex? Now come here, but Pet Cemetery is down that way. But something's telling me, let's go up here. Something's dragging me up here. Let's go up here. What's dragging me up here? A shoe, a man's shoe. Look, there's a man's shoe there. Have you that on you?
Yeah.
Switch it on. All right, let's have a look.
Is the internet connected? Thinking. All in his sleep whilst waiting for his favourite news website.
yeah,
Bring
never
the condition.
percentages, which I think is a to every
Get that area.
You've got
hour.
And when can we go? Oh, if you live in a memorize it.
Captain Robert Nyrak.
Search. Can I?
UK.
Price is 60. Providing great. Not that comparison.
So Alex, we're going to go down here. I'll show you the pet cemetery before we move on to an area. People's shoes and everything here. Huh? Smell it again.
Yeah.
Like the smell of... It's like the smell of death walking around us here at the moment. Isn't it, Alex?
Yeah, it smells funny.
Like definitely something dead. Now we are coming into Pet Cemetery. Are we smelling dogs?
What was in that purple bag?
I don't know. What was in the purple bag? Well, it's not a. I wish to show you that this has been here for a while now. This is Bunny Snowflake. This is where people bury their pets.
2020.
Now, the last time I was here, there was you see there the pets, but there was loads of them. There was 3 or 4 other ones that were added onto it. Somebody's recently taken away a few. There was a few more people are burying their pets in here as well. So I want to take you down here, Alex, down here to the right hand side. There's another area down here to the right, and this is where the medium woman to believe this is where she felt that Captain Robert Nyrick was buried. But I think we're just after experiencing the area where he is. That's why we're getting so much activity. But anyway, we'll go down here and we'll show you the area down here, and we'll move on. Yeah. And we're not going to press stop, and we're going to keep it going now till we finish our investigation here. We'll keep it going to the car park. We'll try and do it all here. Now this is the area here, Alex, where where the pile of rocks are. Where the pile of rocks. There was a cross here one time. Someone's taken that down too. But this is the area here where she did all her investigation, but she left the pile of rock. There was a cross here, but someone has taken that cross away. But anyway, let's do a quick spirit box session towards the car park.
Speak to you about
So we're going to ask the question, Captain Robert Nyrick, are you buried around here?
44-year-old and host for some extra
Store today.
who's originally live energy company
How's that? Alive.
with their friends or sending our roads in July.
The next piece of notebooks.
Just slow down and never
Fast.
slow.
Live music everywhere below.
Any spirits wish to come
Slow
forward?
down and shower from down to sympathy to the own watch. We'll always
That's
be
her,
there
yeah.
to all who knew the Clare native in
Time to get
Is Captain Robert Nyrick buried here?
Where's the
It's work executing musical time is set. It's starting the clock, which means if you
So Alex, there's so much going on there, isn't there?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to that.
No, we've no time. If you wish to come somewhere else, we have to check the time. We're going to go down towards the car park where the 2 young lads were murdered now. These are the 2 pictures of the young lads coming up on your screen now. As I said, once you get into the Captain Robert Nyrick investigation, everything goes weird, and the spirit box sessions, you start to smell unusual things. So Alex, we're going to go down to the car park here now, and there used to be a big tree parked in here, big huge tree, biggest them trees there down here at the car park, and down the car park, and there's 2 young lads called Anthony Burnett, I think, and I can't think of the other lad's name. There was a sign down here one time, Anthony Burnett, I can't think of the other young lad's name, but anyway, they were involved in the wrong way. They were involved in selling drugs, and the man that they owned the money for to the drugs, they were selling a car on Dundee, and they met here down at the car park down here, and your man shot the 2 young lads in the back of the head and burnt them in the car and walked away. The An Garda Síochána did get him, and he's serving now life in prison. I'll show you a few photographs of the car on fire, and in relation to the 2 young lads that got murdered down here in the car park. And so Anthony Burnett was one young lad. I can't think of the other young lad's name, but here's a few photographs before we do the spirit box session, trying to communicate with the 2 young lads that got murdered here beside the big tree in Ravendale. There used to be a sign here, Alex, a golden plaque. There used to be a golden plaque left here in relation to the 2 young lads that got murdered. But over time, people don't like these stories to be told. They wanted, but people are entitled to know about what happens here. But the 2 young lads were burned and shot dead. You can even see the tarmac, even to this very day, where the cars went on fire. We're back to the sun now. So we'll do a spirit box session up here on the we'll actually do it beside the car. We might even do it here. See we're here, Alex, see the tarmac. But this is where the young lad's car was parked. Here, see it? Okay. And there used to be a big huge tree here. We're going to sit here on the big log here. There used to be a big huge tree here. But the 2 young lads that were involved met up with him, and that's where they parked the car, and that's where they were shot and burned to death. So what we'll do with myself and Alex, we'll just sit here for a minute and we'll face the camera towards where the area in question. This is where the 2 young lads were murdered. As you can see, we're in Ravendale in the car park, and this is the area where the 2 young lads were trying to sell the car to the man that murdered the 2 young lads, Anthony Burnett. And I can't think of the other young lads. They did have a sign up there in relation to the 2 young lads, but the locals don't like these stories to be told. But this is where it happened. So we're going to do a quick spirit box session, Alex, before we move on to our next location. And I'm going to call out on the 2 spirits of the young lads. Good evening, lads. My name is Philip and Alex. We're trying to communicate with you guys. You were involved in a murder investigation, and the man that did murder you, he's doing life in prison. I believe one of the lads' names was Anthony Burnett, and I can't think of the other lad's name. But you were selling a car here, and your man was sitting in the back of the car and shot the 2 of you in the back of the head and lit up the car on fire. We come with love, joy and respect, guys. If you could say hello to us, my name is Philip and Alex. If you could say Anthony, let us know that your spirit is still here.
The people were taught how to grow vegetables, use
2:20 to guide for tomorrow's final.
Anthony Burnett, are you still here? Were you murdered here in the car park?
Simmons is my final action. Meters and a that's the glory shop.
Tell her killed, did you?
Guarantee.
I tell her I see you. Did you hear that?
floral designer.
Same time as Larry.
Can you tell us your name?
Get tired. Eurostar. Show Bad Sisters is out on Apple TV Plus today.
Right, I don't know, we're picking that up and that, but I want to take Alex to another location in a minute. So what's your experience of Ravendale?
Weird.
Weird? Yeah, very weird. So I don't know, do we pick it up in the spirit box sessions? We're not taking it very, very serious today, but what I will tell you, if we did pick it up in the spirit boxes, we'll write it up on the screen. But what we did see was the man in black walking towards us, and it just completely disappeared. So we'll go over to our next location, and our next location is King Edward de Bruce, and we're going to take Alex to King Edward de Bruce's grave. So see you at King Edward de Bruce's grave. See you soon. Right, so we're at our next location, and down in the valley is where King Edward de Bruce was fought in the Battle of Forret, and he was killed in horse battle between the two valleys of Ravendale Woods, and you can see the mountains of Ravendale there in front of you, and on to your left is the Battle of Forret, where King Edward de Bruce, and we all know what King Edward de Bruce, you all watched Braveheart. You watched Braveheart and that over the years, and you know the story about the Braveheart family and the Bruce's family. Well, King Edward de Bruce came to Ireland. He wanted to be the King of Ireland because his brother was kings of Scotland and England or whatever. And King Edward de Bruce came to Ireland to be King of Ireland, and he was King of Ireland for such a time. And he fought in the Battle of Forret, and he was killed on horseback here. And not many people know that King Edward de Bruce, his body is buried right behind us here in a lovely little peaceful graveyard called Forrad Graveyard, and King Edward de Bruce is buried here, and he fought in the Battle of Forrad and he was killed in the Battle of Forrad here. And not only that, we've St. Bridget's Shrine here as well, and the birthplace of Bridget herself. There's an old chapel here, and it's believed that St. Bridget was actually burned here in these grounds of the same location of King Edward de Bruce, lost his life in battle and buried here. So we're going to not even knock off the phone. We're going to show you the beautiful landscapes off the ground when Alex is putting out a different spirit box session that we'll be doing in here. So we'll bring you outside and we'll show you what it's like. We'll show you all the locations, beautiful views and surrounding areas. So there is the Battle of Forrad back in its time, and you can see the rain walloping down there. I hope we're going to miss that shower. And you can see it all the way back, right up in towards. You actually open it up, Alex, and just whip it out the bubble wrap. And as you can see, look at the beautiful area here. And as you can see, the weather conditions are 1 minute it could be sunny, and next thing it could be lashing rain. And you can see that is the valley down there, and up to the left hand side you can see it all the way to Dundalk. It's amazing. The weather is beautiful over here, and it's absolutely pissing down over here. So we're going to take you to King Edward de Bruce's grave and do a quick spirit box session. If the rain, I say we're going to miss the shower that's coming across the valley now. So just close the boot there, Alex, and we'll take you into this. So it looks like we're going to miss that shower. See the big shower, look, coming down towards the mountains, and if you look over the side here, look, the sun is splitting the rocks. So let's go in here, Alex, quick while the weather's minute, and we'll make our way in here. And we got another spirit box session, but we're not going to use it. We're taking down the little trap down here, Alex, down here for a walk. And let's hope we miss that shower. And if it does rain, King Edward de Bruce's grave is down here. So we'll show you the shrine as well. And there's an old church ground here years ago. And here's the shrine in here behind these bushes. Here's the shrine, Alex. And there is the old chapel ground there. See it? So we'll make our way down here. We'll show you the shrine first. Over here. And people over the years hang stuff up here, see it? They hang all stuff, crosses and babies' clothes and people's foots and casts, and you know, like Leah had that as well, remember? Baby bottles and picture, handkerchiefs and medals, and this people hang things on St. Bridget's tree to bring them luck. See it all over the years? That's loads and loads. Yeah, loads. Yeah. Loads of people's wishes. Yeah, everything. It goes on for miles. Look, it goes in the tree, out the tree, up the tree. Mayo flags. It's everything. Crosses and everything. See that? It's believed that people hang things on the tree here to bring them luck, Alex, and wish them health and happiness. You know what I mean? And this is the well here. The well, people get the holy water out of here and bring it home with them. It's believed you get luck. So we walk around once and see if we'll bring it any luck. Holy medals, and people leave them all here. See? Keep shining, beautiful one. The world needs your light. See it? Yeah. Even a mouth organ, look. Somebody's mouth organ.
Oh,
see?
cool.
That belonged to someone who played the mouth organ. It actually belonged to this man here, look. See here, this man here? Who died in the 19th of September 2018, age Bradley. 59 years of age, see there? Huh? So you must have liked playing the mouth organ. Yeah, that's it. And there's loads of people's stuff here, look. Loads of it. So would you take one walk around? You think there was someone in there? Yeah. Yeah. Would you do one left around it? And sometimes people do about 10 or 15 laps of that, and they say their prayers just to read them a look. That's what it is.
Oh, there's a bottle there.
I know, yeah. I just went in there because I thought I could hear someone walking, but there's nobody there. There's loads of people's belongings in there, Alex. Teddies and there's teddies there. There's everything there. So just switch on the spirit box session. We'll do a quick spirit box session here on the marked coldest box 667 because there's an old man over there and he might understand what we're doing. But we'll put it here. We'll put it up here beside the cross. There's even a cross here and a lovely background, isn't it? And we'll see where we can put it. We'll put it there. And then we'll put the cross beside it and we'll switch it on and see what we can happen. See, does that pick up on it?
Much good luck. Bad habits.
Any spirits with us?
Look. And you
Spirits with us?
And has done sometimes.
St. Bridget? King Edward de Bruce? Well, back there, Alex, that's where the Battle of Faro took back. And that's where he was killed.
Oh, yeah.
Right, we just knocked that off and we'll make our way over here next. And we'll make our way over to King Edward de Bruce's grave. And then we'll finish it up, Alex. See, there is an old man here too. We don't want to frighten him out either. See what? He's over there sweeping up the graveyard. And we don't want to kind of frighten him off. Some people can be, in Ireland, they can be very very holy and they wouldn't like to see what we're doing. But we respect where we are. We're here for King Edward de Bruce. I don't know, do we pick getting up on that quick spirit box session, but over here, I think it's over here on the left, is King Edward de Bruce's grave here somewhere. That's the old chapel here, over there to the right. Yeah. I'll show you. Yeah, it's over here. That's the old church back in its time there. And here is King Edward de Bruce's grave. Here. There, that's it. So don't touch it now because the man's there. So, here we go. You can see it there, it's King Edward de Bruce, King of Ireland, see it? Edward Bruce, killed in the Battle of Faro in the year 1318. See it? Yeah, see it? Yeah. So that's it. So what we'll do is, we'll switch this on here. And we'll see what will happen for a minute. And we'll walk away from it if we can. And we'll let that run beside. Actually, you know what we'll do, Alex? See this here for King Edward de Bruce. This is a thistle. Someone's left a thistle here, and that's the symbol of the Scottish people back in his time. They used to wear that, like, but you know how on St. Patrick's Day that we wear the St. Patrick's Day badge. Well, that's the symbol, the thistle of the King Edward de Bruce's family. It's only plastic. So what we'll do is we'll leave it like that if we can. So we can be in the yoke with it.
Would I get the trip?
No, we'll leave it like that if we can. And we're going to put the spirit box on it, and I'll take Alex for a little guided tour. And we'll leave that there for a minute. We'll switch it on. And we just walk away for a few minutes. We'll leave it like that. See it?
Irish mother. Live with legendary more.
I bought
Review the same in the flavor to sunshine. The growth.
King Edward, Kings of Ireland.
there are 3 spots in
2 weeks.
Someone make a phone call.
Okay. Are they not on the
That brings us to this week. Let's see the latest one.
Bollywood top. Something.
Mind.
And you tell me what.
Cash. Definitely there. Kind of this.
What do you reckon?
And businesses. Yes, work.
Her friends or family. Bank of Ireland. Help us. To the code taxi.
Here. Ireland. Could you give a show to
Ireland. Nice.
Good luck.
Clayton Hotels. Even things
Oh,
on that. I just said
okay, yes, sir. With the award, Emma. Don't you?
Serious.
From the night.
King Edward de Bruce.
stop.
So I don't know if there's anything picking up in the Alex, but that's his grave. King Edward de Bruce's grave. The King of Ireland. They fought in the Battle of Forret. See it there? Yeah. But that's where he's buried. That's where he's buried there. And look at the view. Look, see the view you have there, look. Beautiful view. Right up on the top. You can see it right all over. Look. Right up to the sea. I'll just show you the little old chapel here, Alex, before we go. And that's his grave there now, King Edward de Bruce. Fought in the battle, 1318. That's it. We should show you the little chapel that's here. It belonged to us. And then we'll head over it in. This was the old chapel ruins here. You can see it there, look. See it there, it's written there. St. Bridget's, Ireland's most famous abbey, is said to have been born here. Said that she has. What they're saying is that she was born here, lived here for some time before going to County Kildare. See it? It was an early Christian monastery on the site of medieval churches. Is an older than the western nearby Holy Well that's behind the back. St. Bridget's graveyard is also continued on the grave of King Edward the Bruce, who was killed in the Battle of Ford in 1318. So that's what it says here. So we just walk in here and have a quick look. It's an old chapel. We'll just switch it on again. Some real old headstones. So we just switch on the spirit box session and see what we're picking here before we go.
Okay, stop. Whatever. Let's try to get your in Cork and a pool and you two now when go from sales to fly visit Car Road. Remain cold. 6 jump. Cooked out the
Right, so come here, Alex. We're just down here, so this is going to be. We should go try and get us somewhere sheltered so we can hear it before we finish up. So that's our little journey ended for today. We hope that you enjoyed our trip to Ravendale Wood over here to King Edward the Bruce's. We don't know if we got it on spirit boxes. But it's two different locations, 2 quick spirit box sessions, and a small bit of history thrown in. Bit of our first video back. We haven't been out doing any of this crack for well over a year, so hopefully we'll get the confidence to go back and start doing it again. So what do you have to say to the folks at home? Right, so it's goodbye from me.
Goodbye for me.
And it's goodbye from Caroline. Caroline? No, she's not here. So we'll switch the spirit box session and we'll let it run until we go to the car, and we'll say goodbye for the last time. So that's it, bye.
Found and you Paranoia again this one. So finally, what killing it dead, Tony. He's bringing it down.
Right, folks, see you in the next one. Stop the goal, and give us a thumbs up activity, and it's going to make you jump out of your pants, but anything we do is going to be